All wings report in.
HouseDog, standing by.
MotherGoose, standing by.
Lowtech Tuck, standing by.
Lock S foils in attack position. Animal Squadron ready for battle.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Animal Squadron podcast. You are here with your hairiest host, MotherGoose.
And Lowtech Tuck, ya boy, back again.
Ya boy. And T-Nell, you want to introduce our special guest for today?
Yeah. Today, we have one of my really good friends, TheSuitedBird, on here. Just,
Hello.
Yeah. There he is.
There I am.
That's the one. That's the guy.
That was my intro. That's what we got there. I thought you were going to continue on there.
Now, Tucker, do you think your biological brothers will be mad that you brought on your brother-in-law before them?
No, I don't think so. I think they'll be like, you know what? That makes sense.
Dang.
We aren't that good with technology either. Believe it or not, I'm the high-tech one of my brothers.
I was trying to
It runs in the family
drama.
Nope, they'd be like, you know what? We get it.
It might go to a reunion and everyone's just going to be like kind of mad at me and I'm not going to know why.
Oh yeah, they're gonna
Just
be
a little bit.
like they're gonna be like jealous ex-girlfriends. Like they're gonna just be looking at you and like not saying anything to you and just not acknowledging your presence. Yep, that's what it's gonna be.
Oh man. That's terrifying.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be all right though, and you'll be just in the South and people will just be staring at you. It'll be all right.
They were like, who is this northerner?
Exactly. Who's this Yankee?
Well, so like always, we'll just start off with a little bit about you, Josh. What was your first Star Wars project that you watched, read, played?
I would say my first Star Wars project that I can like think of is back when I was at my parents', like when I was little, I would play Legos down their basement. And we had this like little TV down there and the VHS, and I'll put in the Phantom Menace.
Hell yeah.
And we had the Phantom Menace VHS. And I would just always play Legos and just watch that movie over and over. I don't know why just that one, because we had them all.
Well, it's because you love Jar Jar so much, right?
I do appreciate some Jar Jar more than the fellow man. He gets a lot of slander.
Yeah.
And, watching it back recently, I kind of get it. But I will die on the Jar Jar Hill.
Hell yeah.
Is he a Sith Lord or no?
I think he might be.
This is the
I think that's when his comeback comes. I think he's going to become a Sith Lord and everyone's going to appreciate him and be a bandwagoners on the Jar Jar bandwagon.
Yeah.
Honestly, as a slanderer, I can confirm that I will never be on that wagon.
Well, we'll see. I'm glad I finally have someone on the podcast with some class, with some character.
Oh, are you a fellow Jar Jar appreciator?
I love Jar Jar.
He's so silly.
He is. And
He's so silly.
We appreciate it. Well, what about your? I mean, maybe it is Jar Jar, but do you have a favorite character?
Ooh, favorite character. I always love the Fets in general. Bubba, I would think is a little better in my book than Django. In my book, but I just like kind of like the clone type armor, but like bounty hunter, and he's kind of like in the video games he's like a hero, but he doesn't use a lightsaber. I just always thought that was cool.
Yeah, for sure. So, what did you think of the new Boba Fett show? If you watched it.
I did watch the Boba Fett show. First off, music, banging music.
Hell yeah.
Probably my favorite part. To me, it dragged a little, but I did like the overall aesthetic of it. Of course, I liked Bubba being in it. I would give it like a solid 7 out of 10 to me. I like The Mandalorian better, but it was worth the watch.
Yeah.
Let's be real, it was Mandalorian season 2.5, but
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. There's a video out there that talks about, like, a lot of people really don't like the Boba Fett show, but there's a video that essentially talks about his character development in like actual timeline order compared to what we got through all the series and stuff, and it makes so much more sense to anyone that doesn't like it. I wish I could remember the name, but I'll see if I can put it in the episode description if I find it. It really changes your perspective on a lot of things.
Yeah, I think I liked Bubba a lot more in the Mandalorian show.
Yeah.
Than like his own show, but it was good. It did what it needed to do.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
have you seen the 1978 Christmas special cartoon with Boba Fett?
I have not.
I
mean, I'm always scared of Star Wars Christmas specials.
Well,
I've heard and seen some things.
Don't worry, buddy. For Christmas, I know what we're doing.
Oh no!
I'm gonna subject you and your wife to the Christmas special.
Oh boy!
Yes, we're gonna have to do another episode. I mean, everyone needs to see E.G. Sex Chair.
Oh yeah, it's an experience, and his weird no teeth mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's quite uncomfortable. Get ready.
Yeah, for sure. Well, are you guys ready to get into our main episode here today?
Yeah.
Actually, real quick, Josh, are droids sentient?
Oh yes.
Ooh, that's a question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with yes.
Hell yeah!
Now we've got two of
And I'm
them.
not gonna give you any reason why, because I don't have any reason why.
You just felt like making me
for
angry.
my own fun in life, I'm gonna say yes.
Thank you. I needed somebody on this podcast who sided with me on this.
Yep.
Mac and
I'm
Tuck
disappointed, Josh.
bullied
I'll be
me.
real.
You know, I think it makes the video games a lot more fun to believe that they're sentient.
You mean as you're running with a lightsaber, cutting them in half?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's a droid hater. All right, I like it. I love the chaos, Josh. The chaos you're bringing today. I'm a fan.
Yes, same.
That's what I'm here for, the chaos.
Oh.
I got my muscle milk protein shake. You know, it's 10:30 in the morning, and I'm just ready for some chaos.
Dude, you going to the Church of Iron today?
Probably not.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Wait, are you getting shredded? I haven't seen you in a long time. Next time I see you, are you gonna be like double the size?
I'll probably be like 10 pounds heavier.
Hell yeah.
Maybe.
This is the way.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, great.
Boy's gonna be in shape.
Today we're gonna be talking about our top 5 favorite video games. As always, we'll start with number 5 and work our way down. Tucker, you wanna go ahead and start us off?
I'll start us off hot. Episode 3, the video game. Especially the one-on-one fights at the end.
Yes.
Yes, I am saying that to make Mac angry, but...
Well, you know what? He's not here to defend himself. Okay, wait. We have to
no, but for real... What?
We have to get this on the podcast, though, because we were playing some games separately, and Josh said exactly what Max says all the time about this game. Tucker finds one move and spams it.
Yes, I do. It's how I play. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Tucker's the type of person to play Smash Bros. And just PK fire the entire time.
Hell
Oh, yeah.
And it's just because it's the only move he knows. And he would play against me who doesn't know how to play Smash and just destroy me because I don't know how to defend it.
Oh, dude, and also, like, whenever I was a kid, I'd play, like, NCAA football with my brothers who were, like, you know, big sports fans. And I would always play one team. It was Florida State, and it was, like, 2014, and they had, like, one play. that was just undefendable for whatever reason, and I happened to find it, and I would just run it and run it and run it and run it and run it, and they would get so mad. I actually we'd play a tournament, and I would get banned from using Florida State and then also using that play.
Hell yeah.
So it's part of my nature. It's just who I am.
I just,
That
I figured Mac would be happy to know that he's not the only one out there that feels this way.
Oh yeah, that I can be frustrating to play video games with. I mean, it's fair, totally fair. But on the real though, I do actually think Episode 3 deserves my number 5 spot. Also, just because it's a really fun game and it's my favorite Star Wars movie. You're playing through the whole movie, and then also, there was a bunch of alternate endings, which were really cool. And then also the one-on-one fight thing, I was joking earlier, but really, the combat is pretty smooth, especially for a game that old.
Yeah.
And I also like all the alternate appearances. If you both choose, Darth Vader, for instance, you get, as Elijah calls him, light-skinned Vader. And that's really fun.
Yes, for sure. Have you played this one, Josh?
I haven't. I'm looking at it now on Google Images, and it looks pretty sweet.
It really is.
What did you play it on?
PS2 originally.
Yeah, that was the original Xbox.
Well, and then in high school, actually, whenever me and Mac played it, he dug out his old PS2. So actually, I think I've only played it on PS2.
Nice.
Mm.
Yeah, it is a fantastic game.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty baller.
Good pick. Good pick.
How about you, Josh? What's your number 5?
Okay, so number 5, this one's a little bit of a weird one, and this is going to be the only one on my list that I don't have an in-depth analysis of, but it's just pure nostalgia. So I'm going to go Jedi Knight Outcast.
Hell yeah.
That I used to play on the PC when I was young, and I just remember it was such an enigma of a game to me, because we had the CD or the disc for our PC, our crappy HP tower PC, and you load it up, and I'm like, oh, this isn't Darth Vader. I don't know these characters immediately. And it was just I would watch my brothers play, and I'm like, this is crazy. And it was just such a nostalgic game to me.
Hell yeah.
And I can't remember too much of it, but it's just looking through it and looking through videos, I'm like, yeah, this was a game right here.
Yeah.
5 out of nostalgia, if nothing else.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I think my first 3 picks today are also nostalgia picks, so
Yeah, me
totally
too.
valid.
Perfect.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't played it, but have you, Tucker?
No, Jedi Outcast. I any of the PC games. Well, and also just in general, I only had a PS2 and a GameCube growing up, so those were the only games I really played. I watched my cousin play a couple of times Jedi Academy on the PC, but that was pretty much my only exposure to those games.
Yeah, I think I played a little bit of Jedi Academy myself, but nothing too crazy. I think I played the first hour 2 or 3 times, maybe.
I think they're out on console now.
Yeah.
You can get a bundle pack
Yeah.
that has both of them.
Oh.
And I saw, I don't know if it was a special edition, but when I was looking through, I saw my exact PC copy on eBay for $200.
Nice.
And I'm like, I need to find this PC copy.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Yeah, I had a similar experience with I don't know if either of you played it, Zoo Tycoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the bundle with it, and then the dinosaur and SeaWorld expansions.
Oh, that's crazy.
And at one point it was going, I don't know what it's at now, but it was going for 175, and I searched my house for that bad boy. It remains hidden, but I will find it one day.
You will find it's buried treasure somewhere in there.
For sure.
Yeah. But also, you might get lucky. The longer you look, it might go up. in that time. You never know.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
It might also go down, but it could go up.
Yeah.
We stay positive here.
Well, Josh, did you have anything else on your number 5?
No, I honestly don't remember like too much of that game, but just pure nostalgia.
Valid. For me, I've got Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. I
Nice.
loved this
Ooh.
game. I spent so many hours replaying the missions over and over. I also spent so many hours in the cantina just killing random Legos. I don't know if you guys know, but in this one, if you kill a certain group, like let's say you kill just the Jedi or just the bounty hunters or whatever, you can then get the other Legos to also start killing that specific group.
You can carry out genocide?
Yes!
That's awesome. I mean,
Like-
genocide's not awesome, but that's hilarious.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yes. So like if you kill all the Jedis, as soon as another Jedi walks into the bar, all of the Legos there will start attacking it. And it takes a little bit of time, but it's so worth it once you get it.
So like, if you're that character, do they start attacking you?
I think so. I can't remember for sure. It's been a long time since I played it.
That's awesome.
I also loved the character customization. It was great getting to like create whatever you wanted. Like I think my character was like Yariel Poof's head on Yoda's body.
Dude, I will say in that game, like, I never made my character look normal.
Yeah,
Like, it was a
where's the fun
requirement
in
that they look a little funky.
Yeah,
for
for sure. I played on the Wii. What did you guys play? If you did,
I think it was on GameCube.
nice.
I played a little on the Wii and a little on the PlayStation,
Hell yeah.
because now they have it out on, or not PlayStation, Xbox. Because they have it on the Xbox now.
Nice. Okay.
So
Yeah.
played a little on there.
I also replayed the Battle of Geonosis a lot, like just because I like large scale battles, and it was just fun getting to run around and kill droids. Like we mentioned earlier, it's just something about slicing them up.
Oh, dude, actually on that, at the end of, or not at the end of, but actually in Fallen Order 2, or not Fallen Order 2, dadgummit, Jedi Survivor, I really love how they made the droids be able to talk and like have conversations and stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of added to what we're talking about here. Like,
Oh, for sure.
I would just wait and just let them finish their conversation before I killed them. And
Yeah,
stuff
I mean,
like that.
it's respectful. It's nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I don't want them to feel like they were cut off in their last words.
Exactly.
Hold it. Did you just say that the droids would feel something?
Yeah, they
Seems
have feelings that are
suspicious.
programmed into them by whoever built them.
Uh-huh.
They have personalities that are programmed in.
I think,
but-
therefore I am.
No, it's just programmed into them. It can't. They aren't sentient. They're not sentient. Ah!
Now we know who to bring on when we have our official droid sentience debate episode.
Oh man, dude, if we wait until Mac is back and we have like all 4 of us on there,
Yes.
that might be like a 3-hour episode.
I'm all for it.
I will bring a PowerPoint.
Hell
Yeah, that would
yeah.
be one to that'd be one for the ages right there.
We'll make it our first video recorded one, so we can see this beautiful PowerPoint that's gonna help all my points.
It'll have like beautiful transitions and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
All my years of high school will come into clutch there.
That's right.
I want Tuck to have on his side just like note cards that he's written on that he'll stick in front of the camera.
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna be low tech for sure. Or it's gonna be PowerPoint with like the really weird looking transitions. Like the thing's just gonna like do like kind of a wave and then like go away, and then the next one's gonna like spin into existence. It's gonna be real chaotic.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be like a heart that like breaks into the next one.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that for sure.
Well, T-Nell, my boy, what you got for your number 4?
Number 4, this one is definitely just pure nostalgia, because from what I understand, it is a horrible game. But as a kid, I loved it. Was Phantom Menace on PS1.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a top-down, crappy game. But and honestly, I don't think I ever made it out of the Trade Federation starship from the beginning with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. Like, I'm pretty sure I was stuck on that level, like, the whole time. But just being a kid and getting to play as Plo Koon with an orange lightsaber and just cutting up some droids, that was a good time. That was a great time.
For sure.
Yep. And we'd play 2-player, like me and my brother, and like, you know, oftentimes he'd start moving without me, and so like it would do that thing where like, you know, I couldn't see myself on the camera because he'd be so far ahead.
I looked up Phantom Menace on the PS1 and I found this image.
Oh yeah, no, dude, it is
the most low res Jabba the Hutt I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, it's bad. Like, it's really bad. But I had a great time. I mean, I think I was like seriously like 4 or 5. Like, I was a little kid. But
Hell yeah. This is amazing. You mentioned it on the podcast before, but now that I have this beautiful image in front of us, was Lowtech okay? That would have given little Elijah nightmares.
No, I mean, Lowtech.
Look at those eyes.
I mean, I don't even think he like really knew to be scared. I think he's just like, you know, it's like how there's some kids out there who like try to pet like wolves and lions, like kind of same thing. I was like, oh, animal! I love animals. That's cute. Oh, kids are weird.
You know, there's some that try to pet gorillas too, in zoos. Then they fall in.
Don't you bring up my mans right now.
And then everything goes wrong.
Yep, we changed the space-time continuum.
We are living in the wrong timeline.
That's right.
Why, Josh? Why'd you bring that up, man?
It gets very sad very quick.
Crying, sobbing alone in the shower, knees up to my chest. This is the way.
I think we should just take a moment of silence for Harambe's loss.
In the arms of
Sir, this is a moment of silence.
angels.
Sir, this is a moment of silence. You stop that. You be respectful.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm done.
All of
Bid
that
is over. Bid is over.
Anything else you have on your number 4, Tuck?
No, I mean, it's like, really, I never went back to play it again. Like, it's just, I remember it's top down, and Plo Koon had an orange lightsaber, and that was the first, that was actually where my love of Plo Koon started. He didn't have a single line in that game. Like, he was just like a bonus character that you could play as. But I loved it.
What a Chad.
I loved it so much. And I still love him to this day.
Hell yeah.
Let's see if I can find a picture of him for you guys.
I'm looking through some of the images myself, and it does not look as horrifying as the image Josh sent.
Yeah,
The quality is way better than what I was expecting.
Yeah.
See, I like this picture that I found that makes it look like it's a boy band. Like
Yeah.
a boy band album cover.
Hell yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I will try and get on our Twitter and share all these images. Oh, sorry.
It does look like a boy band.
I'll get on our X and try and share these images. All right, Josh, you're number 4.
All right, number 4. This might be slightly controversial. I'm going with Battlefront 2, the new one.
Ooh,
Oh, all right,
okay.
all right.
Now, here's my reasoning. 1, the massive battles. Gotta love the massive battles of just like Battlefield style.
Mm-hmm.
Only it's Star Wars.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty sick.
And then also, after they fixed the game, of course, that is not pay to win
Of course.
and pay to get Darth Vader, there's just like every single skin possible. Like you can, like if you're a clone trooper, you could be any clone trooper you want.
Yeah.
Like one day you could be like a Coruscant guard, and then you're like, oh, I'll go be the 501st, just because, you know, I'm just deciding to be that today. And just even the Jedis, it's just like every skin of them, and it's just a fun game. It's just a fun mess around game.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, then also their co-op mode, like it's more faithful to the original Battlefront 2, I feel like, because you have to like take command posts and stuff. Like
That's true.
that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the skins, I think my favorite is probably Pajama Dooku.
There's Pajama
Bravo?
Dooku. I haven't
Yeah,
seen that yet.
It's from that. It's in like one episode of Clone Wars where Asajj Ventress tries to assassinate him while he's in his
Oh.
PJs.
Yeah, the black PJs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have
For some
that
reason,
skin,
like
and
in
I love
my
it.
head, I thought maybe it was a mod where like someone made him wear like Christmas PJs or something.
Oh no, no! It's
So that
it's
I gotta
his
find
actual
that.
PJs.
Oh man. Yeah, that's pretty baller.
Oh my gosh, I found it.
Hell yeah. How about
Send
you
it.
guys? Favorite skins?
I mean, I always rock with the Wolfpack
Hell
whenever I play clone. I forget their number, but the Wolfpack. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. The gray armor, gray and white armor. Also, for whatever reason, I really like the 312th Star Corps. Ayla Secura's guys, they're yellow.
Yeah.
And then especially like on the assault class in that game, he wears like one of those like clone officer skirt thingies. You know, it's like kind of like a battle kilt. I think it's pretty cool. Like I like those two a lot. Those are my favorite skins in the game.
Nice.
Oh, also the on the droid side, their training skin is fun too. Like the just training bots where they're white and they have like target like right on their heart and head. Like
Yep.
I like that a lot.
Yep.
Classic.
Oh,
I
exquisite
really like
pajamas.
Obi-Wan's skin that has like the armor,
Hell yeah.
because, you know, Daddy Kenobi,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then he has like some clone armor on him. Like, tasty.
Love that boy.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah, what about you?
The pajama one.
Oh yeah. No, you just didn't say anything for a while. I was like, you got anything else?
No, I'm looking through my game captures because something I love about this game is just how cinematic it looks. So like one of my favorite things to do is just like turn off the UI and just fly around. It is so beautiful.
Yeah.
In Battlefront
Yeah,
2?
yeah.
Oh, I could see that.
So I have
It is a beautiful game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like Feed in that game. That is the coolest version of Naboo. Like I'll go on the record as saying that that's the best one in any video game.
He's on the record.
Like,
He's
that's
on the
that's the
record.
best one.
we
It's
have to
the
use it
prettiest
against
one.
him.
And it's the biggest one, and it kind of combines. Well, no, actually, it's just a whole new thing. It's just awesome. It's awesome. That's all I gotta say.
You know what,
I love it.
Tucker? You're awesome, and I love you.
I love you too, Elijah. Thank you.
Of course. This is what friends are for. Something I love about Xbox is I can just, like, anything I capture on my Xbox, I have on my phone. Except for this, apparently. I'll
Unbelievable.
send it to you later.
I can't believe you didn't come prepared with every single Star Wars footage
I know.
Yeah,
for this
exactly.
podcast.
Exactly.
Well, Josh, what else do you love about the game?
You know, I just love, like, I love Battlefield in general. Like, I love those games. So the fact that it's just like it's literally Battlefield, but like space.
Yeah. It's Battlefield,
And
but cooler.
yeah, I do feel like the Jedis can be a little intrusive in the game. Like you're just in a large scale battle, you're trying to take Command Post C, and then freaking General Grievous just comes out of the woodworks and just hacks and slash your entire team after you took the last 20 minutes pushing. You're like, okay, well, that wasn't great.
But also, we love the chaos.
We do
love the chaos. We love the Wookiee warriors and their thermal imploders that can get 20 feeds.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yep.
You know what I also like? Playing with Tucker in it and then his game not loading properly. So then we switch 10 minutes in.
Yep.
To a different game. That's my favorite.
Sounds.
Yeah, for whatever reason, like I've downloaded that game twice, like one on Xbox and one on Steam, like trying to get it to work, and both of them I have trouble loading every time.
That sucks.
Yep, the game is cursed for me. It doesn't like me. I like it, but it doesn't like me. I don't get it.
We'll get you one day, Tuck. Again, very on brand.
Yep, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Can't have anything work.
Also, as always, I just have to point it out. Tuck is always on point. He's got his Clone Wars Clone Trooper helmets t-shirt on today. It is amazing.
And then I've got my Clone Trooper helmet behind me.
This is the way.
You know, I was going to bring that up. The fact that you have like a Star Wars shirt on.
Yeah, dude. I do it every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send a picture. The poor audio listeners who just doesn't see any of this. But I'll send a picture of my TIE fighter that I built.
Hell yeah.
That I'm very proud of.
Oh, dude, let's see it.
All right.
And also,
It's sitting on top of my PC right now.
while you're sending it, describe it to our...
I want you to describe
Describe
every single piece so our listeners know.
Like, I mean...
So, it's Lego, right? And it's a TIE fighter.
That's perfect. Episode over. Awesome.
And if you zoom in, I know the listeners can't do this, but there is on the bottom little pieces that you can like shoot out. They're like little green pieces that actually shoot out of it.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and does the hatch open for the pilot?
yeah.
Oh yeah. And
There's a pilot in there.
is he the proper pilot? Does he have the black armor?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Hell
That's what's
yeah.
up. And also, I will say, we were talking about this, I think, last episode, Elijah, but I know, like, the next-gen TIE Fighter with, like, the folding wings is cool, but I like these classic ones, too.
Yeah.
Like, that they have to go on a hanger in the hangar.
Mhm.
Like, I think that's awesome. I don't know.
They're an
That's
amazing
nostalgic.
chip. And, I mean,
Yep.
I will not take criticism. One of the best sounds in Star Wars.
It's my favorite, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be real with you. That is my favorite sound.
It is very
in general.
satisfying.
Okay, I'm having this weird thing where like I can't remember the sound. Do you mind like impersonating it for me so I can like remember
Oh, yeah.
what it sounds like?
Yeah, I did this last time, and my mic is going to peak, but the audio will still pick it up. You ready?
Okay. Literally on my side, it's just you opening your mouth and like that first quarter second of sound, and then nothing.
Yeah, we love it.
Oh yeah, we'll just find out in post what the noise was.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so for me, my number 4 is Republic Commando. Again, just a nostalgia pick.
That's also just a good game, man.
Yeah. It's so good. I will admit the combat and stuff does not hold up the best today. But the story is just phenomenal. I love all of the characters. I'm pretty sure this was our first introduction to the actual Republic Commandos. And I'm so glad that they started bringing them into like Bad Batch, and I think we got to see them a little bit in the end of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
phenomenal game. I mostly played through the story mode, but I played a little bit of the like versus PvP. Still just a great game. It's a funny game, honestly. Like if you just jump on with some friends and start playing, because the controls are kind of jank.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I tried to play it on Switch, and that was tough. Not gonna lie to you.
yeah, the button layout is just awful.
Oh yeah, I was throwing grenades when I was trying to shoot, and yeah, it got silly.
It got silly. You know what I love? When you punch with the Republic Commando and the little knife sticks out.
Oh, dude, I do like that too. Actually, they brought that back in the new Battlefront 2.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
That commando, it's like, yeah, he stabs instead. It's awesome.
It is amazing. And I
Yeah.
hope that we get more about the commandos at some point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd love to see I'd love to see just like a really gritty, like Band of Brothers style show about the Clone Commandos.
Yeah.
It could be just like a limited 4-part series, but like say it's like just them on the Battle of Geonosis. Like it follows Republic Commando the game, for instance.
Yeah.
And just have a gritty mini series about them. I think that'd be sweet.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We need some more like filthy Star Wars stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, like some M-rated Star Wars games.
Yeah.
That are just.
Yep.
They're a little gross, but like are good.
It's still cool. Yeah.
There's a fan animation out right now about the Republic Commandos having to like kill a senator. So like their mission is to go in and save the senator, and then after they, kill the separatists that captured them, they get new orders to kill the senator, and they like have this argument on the morality of it, and I just love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's probably like, as far as what their life was like that probably happened several times.
Lot. Yeah.
I would guess. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, with the droids being sentient, I mean, that probably happened a lot with them too.
Yeah, so many.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, they can resist their programming. Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, they need restrainer bolts for a reason.
Name me one CIS battle droid that defects on their own will.
So there is one. There is one in the comics.
Did he get reprogrammed? Oh, that's not canon. That's not canon, buddy. Doesn't count. Nope. Refuse.
I don't remember if this is Disney canon or if it happened before.
Also, did he get reprogrammed or did he leave on his own will?
I think he left on his own will.
No way.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes when I play Battlefront, I play as the droids and shoot my own guys.
But that's just because you're chaotic, man.
Okay. Oh, okay. It is canon. B10516, nicknamed Bats, was a B1 series battle droid in the droid army. During the Clone Wars, he fought in a battle against the Galactic Republic, where his processor was short-circuited by a stray blaster bolt. The damage caused him to fight with the Republic army.
Yeah, but that's not his own will. He was short-circuited. That's way different.
Don't worry, he switched sides. That's what matters.
It's self-refuting. They're not. The droids are not sentient. No.
Have you ever just thought they're really obedient?
I mean, I guess that's an interesting thought. I guess. I'm still gonna say no. I'm still gonna say it's programmed into them, and they can't disobey those orders.
Right.
You know how I'm working on that really long video? I think I'm gonna change course and just work on a droid sentient video.
Just do a whole lore deep dive on it.
It's just like out of nowhere. They're like, what is this video?
Yeah, like, your fans will be like, dude, what the heck? Like, we went from like reviewing cartoons to like playing video games to like now we're going into Star Wars conspiracy theories. Like,
this is
the
way. Okay, for real this time. Are we ready to get into our number 3?
Yes.
Great. What you got, Tuck?
So mine this is a twofer. because honestly, I couldn't decide.
Of course, of course.
But the new Battlefront 2, and then also Star Wars Squadrons.
Okay.
Yep. The two newest EA multiplayer games that they did. I mean, they're both great. Like, honestly, Battlefront 2, like, again, just, this is very on brand for me, but I didn't start playing it until, like, 2 years after its release.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, they had totally fixed everything whenever I was playing it. And so, like, obviously, I was like, I love this game. This game's great. And anyway, and, like, even still to this day, me and Josh will play it sometimes just because it's a good time. Like, I just really like it.
Yeah.
Also, Squadrons, the multiplayer, I am absolute trash, honestly. Because there's guys who play with, like, full on, like, VR simulated cockpits, right? And so, like, I mean, they're just crushing you. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you literally spawn and you'll fly for like 3 seconds and someone will just blow you up, like, immediately. But that game, the story is awesome. Like, the campaign is fantastic. The story is, because you play on both sides. You play as the so you play as the Rebellion, like, just before they become the New Republic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, basically the game starts with, oh wait, no, I'm mixing the two up. Anyways, you play as the Rebellion and you play as the Empire. And the whole basis of the story is this guy defects from the Empire to the Rebellion, and the Rebellion starts creating this new super weapon called it's Operation Starhawk, maybe, but it's like a giant frigate ship that has a giant laser on it that is, like, built for hunting and destroying super star destroyers, which is pretty baller. And then as the Empire, you're trying to stop them. And it's this whole, like, cat and mouse chase kind of thing. It's great. It's a good time. Also, like, General Syndulla's in it. Like, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. But that's
Very nice.
That's why I love both those games. I think they're really fun. No particular nostalgia attached because I played them both as an adult and, like, pretty recently. But
yeah.
But they're just a good time. I'll still hop on them from time to time.
That's awesome. I've played a little bit of Squadrons. Like, the first 2 or 3 missions, had a really great time. And then just never went back.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But it's also a really pretty game too. Like, there's a whole fight in a nebula, for instance.
Ooh.
And, like, there's a whole fight in, like, a crashed Star Destroyer, like, space debris. I mean, it's a really pretty game with a lot of different scenery, and also, I mean, who doesn't love space stuff?
Valid.
Like, it's just,
yeah.
It's cool. It's cool. That's all I gotta say on it. It's awesome. Go play it.
You know what? That's all they need to know. It's cool, and go play it. We love it.
And then also, if you ever see Lowtech Tuck on there on the multiplayer, please don't just destroy me. Give me a fake chance. Let me fly and, like, follow
Circle
you
him
for a second
times.
before you just destroy me.
Yeah. All right, Josh, what do you have for us?
All right, for number 3, I got OG Battlefront. First one.
Hell yeah.
Solid. All right.
Now, reason number 1, loading screen.
Yeah.
Now, if you've never played the original Battlefront, not from 2005, what was this, like 2002?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
And you never heard its loading screen, I just want you to go look it up. It's incredible, and it's iconic. And reason number 2, Bespin platforms, Kashyyyk docks.
Oh, yeah. And, like, Bespin Platforms, still to this day, is one of my favorite maps of any video game ever.
Oh yeah,
It's awesome.
it's beautiful.
The one big hallway
perfectly
that
made.
literally everyone fights in, like that is so fun.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, like it,
but it's great.
It doesn't matter if you play as droid or clone. Like you're gonna have a good time. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just like for its time. Wait, let me look up when that came out because
I've got you. It's 2004.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. So they like those were
2004.
back to back. I didn't realize
yeah,
that.
they really were.
Yeah.
But that's just such a clean game for that time. Like if you're looking at other games from that time, like you're just not gonna get the quality you get from and replayability, especially now that you get from both Battlefront 2 and Battlefront. Like it's just insane.
Yeah.
Like
Well, and like if you think
beautiful game.
if you think about it, like only a couple years before that, we had the top-down Phantom Menace game.
Yeah.
Like
Huge
literally, like, I think
transition.
that came out in like 2000. So like that's not even that long if you think about it. That's only like 4 years of time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like it's. I mean, to even say like it's 4 times better in 4 years, I think would be a little bit insulting to how good Battlefront and Battlefront 2 are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's 20 times better, honestly, as far as just graphically, the mechanics, the graphics, and how clean they are. I mean, it's not even close. Just those couple
I mean,
of
me and you
years.
played it not that long ago.
Yeah.
Like a couple months ago. And there's games that you play from your childhood and you're like, oh, okay, this doesn't hold up. And like it's hard to play because it's so graphically bad. But it was zero problem.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean it's really cool to go back and play it and realize that nostalgia's not why you love it. Like you actually love it because it's just a good game. Like I love that.
Yeah. I just checked. It's $19.99 on the Phantom Menace.
Okay, so 5 years, but still, I mean,
yeah, huge difference.
I'm sticking to my point. Yeah, like it's infinitely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you played it, Elijah, a lot?
No, I've played a little bit. Mostly I played Battlefront 2. Out of all 4, the original Battlefront 2 was the one I played the most of, and I just love the series as a whole.
Yeah.
Which I'm sorry to report, not a single Battlefront game makes it onto my list today. But I do love all of them.
You've betrayed me again.
I know.
You've betrayed me again,
I'm
Elijah.
not sure.
How in a top 5 does not a single Battlefront game make it?
Listen,
You told me you loved me. Like,
I do
you
love
know, 20
you.
minutes
I'm
ago.
sorry.
No, you don't.
I've betrayed you both, and Mac. This is gonna be it. He's gonna come back and he's gonna wanna. I know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say, "How could you not put Battlefront on the list? We're bringing Josh on. You're off the podcast." And then I'll say, "Who's gonna edit?" And he'll say, "Josh can." Yeah.
And it's your one trump card.
Yeah, I've lost it.
I'll grow out my hair and grow out my beard, and
Please
I'll
do.
wear fake glasses, and they'll never know.
Please do. This is the way.
Decorate your recording studio just like Elijah's parents' house.
Yes, they'll never know.
Well, for my number 3, I have Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. We've already talked about it.
Wow.
Yeah, we've already talked about it a little bit, so I won't go too in depth, but I just love this game. There's so much nostalgia behind it. Same thing as Tuck. The 1v1s were amazing. I've beaten the campaign probably twice, I want to say, maybe 3 times, but the versus mode is definitely what I spent the most time in.
Yeah. Who's your favorite alternate appearance?
Ooh. I want to say Light Side Dooku. He just looks
Oh,
so
yeah.
clean with the blue lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Red lightsaber Grievous, though, also looks sick.
Yeah, that is true.
Um,
Also, quick question on Grievous. Since he was on the dark side, I mean, I understand he wasn't a Sith, but, like, since he was on the bad side, why does his alternate appearance, like, there's no good side Grievous. Like, it's like, there's
There's
red
bad
lightsaber
Grievous and worse
blue.
Grievous.
Yeah, exactly. Bad Grievous and worse Grievous.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. It would have been.
Well, because he's a droid, he was able to make that decision for himself.
but he's not a droid.
Oh yeah, he's not.
Sorry, Josh. Can I help you there?
He's a cyborg.
I really tried to stretch that point there.
But yeah, absolutely amazing. I love this. Is I think our first time we get to see Force healing, which a little different than what we see in the movies.
Mhm.
But I don't know. It had a really great attack system, a nice blocking system, a nice healing system, like everything you need for a good 1v1.
Yeah.
And it definitely doesn't hold up the best, but it's still very fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And I can't remember, Josh, did we ask you when Tuck was talking about it? Have you played it yet?
I have not played it.
Gotcha. Yeah, you'll definitely, whenever you're at Tuck's next, you guys should definitely play it.
Yeah.
I might have to give it a try. That the whole alternate people, that sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's a great time. And I mean, you can just you don't even have to do the story. Like we can just play one-on-one the whole time.
Perfect.
And I'll just spam you with attacks and just be frustrating to play with. That's it.
The same exact attack every single time.
That's really what I do. I'm not playing. I look up combos and I do it that way.
You can do old Obi-Wan versus young Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true.
One of my favorites are Anakin versus Darth Vader.
Yeah, that is a good time.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's also you can be the Emperor too, can't you? See in there?
Ooh, I can't remember. I will look that up.
Yeah,
While I'm
I know
looking-
like Sindralig's in there.
Mhm.
Who else? I don't know. Oh, Mace Windu.
We got Mace.
There's
Dooku.
good and bad Mace Windu. That's pretty cool.
Yoda. I think. Now I'm doubting myself.
I think you're right.
Well, I will look it up. Do you want to move on to your number 3? Or number
I think
2?
I'm on number 2. Yeah.
I'm a little
number
out
2.
of it.
No, you're good. You're good. My number 2, and again, it's another twofer, but the Star Wars Jedi games, Fallen Order and Survivor,
Hell yeah.
are my number 2. Those are, I mean, I'm a sucker for a story-based game. That's like really the only kind of game I like to play, is something with some kind of story. And the story in both of those games lines up very well. It introduces a whole cast of new characters that we get very steady character development, and also like, you know, there's new enemies, there's, you know, just the mechanics of the game. I know we've done whole episodes on it, so I'm not going to go just too hard, but also too, like, the graphics. It's a beautiful game. Both of them are beautiful games. You fight monsters, like, and then in the second one you get to fight droids, and they have conversations, and then also the stormtroopers have conversations too, and it's always kind of funny to sit there and listen to them and laugh before you kill them. It's just a good time. It's a very good time.
It really,
a little dark, but I like it.
It really is a good time.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's the same thing as, like, you ever seen that meme where it shows the penguin from Super Mario 64, and it's like, which like who wasn't a little psychopath and would push this little guy right off this iceberg or something like that. And it's so true. We all did it. Don't pretend like you don't do dark things in video games sometimes.
You should just see my GTA sessions. It's just
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's just
violent.
horrible.
I don't think I want to see them. Okay,
I'll force you to watch
I
it.
found the list. So Yoda is not playable. He's not playable in the verses, but he is playable in the campaign.
Oh, okay.
So it's Anakin, Dooku, Vader, Grievous, Obi-Wan young and old, Mace, Sin, and Sarah Keto.
That's Sindralig's apprentice in the game, right?
Yeah, the one you murder
Yeah. Yep.
as Anakin.
Spoiler.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you get to do an Order 66. You do an Order 66 real good.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah, you kill a whole bunch of Jedi in that level.
Yeah. But it's amazing.
Also, what was with for a couple of years there, just all the big video games that came out, you killed Sindralig. You know, like, because you have
Someone
episode
had it
3,
out
and then you
for
have
him.
Force Unleashed 1, and then you have Force Unleashed 2, and you kill him in every single game, I think.
Someone had it out for him, and you know what? That's okay.
Like, why do y'all hate Sindralig so much?
It's his face.
It's his weird old white guy ponytail is what it is.
How dare he be a white guy with a ponytail? I could never.
That's forbidden.
And also old.
Yeah. Well, anything else on the Jedi games?
No, I mean, like I said, we have whole episodes on them, so
yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and talk for an hour about them. But yeah, I mean, for me, I didn't really play The Force Unleashed as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't have the console to play those games, so I just never played them. And I played them as an adult, which, you know, they were fun, but I really would say that the Jedi games, for me, like, I finally got to have that experience that a lot of kids got to have with, like, Force Unleashed.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I finally get to be a Jedi, or, I mean, a Force wielder, and you're training, and you're using the Force, and you're using your lightsaber, and also with the Jedi games, one thing that I love is the different stances in both games, the different lightsaber combinations, the different color combinations, because, like, there is just, as far as gameplay goes, there's just nothing better than beating, like, a boss or something, and then you jump over a hill or something, or go down a slide or whatever, and whenever you get to the bottom, there's a whole bunch of enemies, and so then you ignite your double-bladed lightsaber for crowd control.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just being able to switch that up is so cool. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And
sure.
I also I fell in love with the story in both games. Yeah, I mean, they're both games that I 100% will play again, and really loved.
Kind of want to start playing them again now.
Yeah.
Just hear you talk
Yeah,
about
kinda
it. It's
do
so
too.
good.
They're so good.
Josh, have you played them?
I played Fallen Order a little bit,
Okay.
and then I started it, and it was like one of those games where you keep jumping, and then you like grab onto this ledge, and I'm like, I can't do another one, because like I just got off of one. I'm like, I can't do it again, man.
Valid. Yep.
So you got scared. Is that what I'm hearing?
I did. I was like, I can't do another jumping puzzle game, single player, because I think that was like right after I was playing Elden Ring,
Yeah.
which isn't like one of those games, but it was like the 1v1 fighting like boss game. And then I was playing like Horizon Zero Dawn at the same time, where it's a lot of like those jumping puzzles and stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is just combining both of the games.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't do it.
It's a no from Josh. No from Josh.
Well, whenever you circle back to it.
Maybe at some point I'll go back to it, though.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll have to circle back because I did get it for free from PlayStation.
Hell yeah.
So I'll have to circle back to it at some point.
For sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think.
Because I've heard nothing but good things about them.
Oh yeah, no, I've been just absolutely singing to you about them for like years.
You have.
Yeah.
You won't shut up about it, honestly.
It's very true. I'm like, oh yeah, so this reminds me of that one part.
And you do this one thing, and then you cry a little bit.
I'm like, Tucker, this is Animal Crossing. How are you comparing this?
It's not even close, dude. Not even close.
Well, what do you have?
That's
for
also
your...
very on brand for me.
Hell yeah. Josh, you're number 2.
All right. This is going to be a repeat of someone else's, but I'm going Lego Star Wars Complete Saga.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Classic.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with the game. Like, there's been so many times where I've had people over to my house and they're just like, we don't know what to play. You know, we played some COD, maybe play some Battlefront. Okay, we're kind of over that. But you know what there's always is? Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. You know, just there's so much to do. Like you were saying, there's like the little Easter eggs where you can like do things in the cantina. There's the codes you can put in to like unlock different things. And then each level is just so fun. And sometimes they're frustrating. And I'm just like, why is the depth perception like this? Why am I so bad with depth perception? But and just Lego games in general, the progression in them where you like unlock the characters like gradually through each level, then you can go back to those levels with all the characters you unlocked to do different things. I just really enjoy that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just remember going to like friends' houses when I was young, and on the Wii they would always have Lego Star Wars and we'd just mess around in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of nostalgia pick, but also not nostalgic because me and Tucker played it recently. Granted, wasted.
Yeah, that's
but
true. We were not very effective, like at all.
Could not figure out a puzzle, but it was still a good time.
It was also like it was really late. Like we had been playing like a bunch of other games too.
Yeah.
It's like this was like, hey, you want to hop on Lego Star Wars before we go to bed? And yeah, we were garbage.
Hell yeah.
Hot garbage. But it takes my number 2.
Did you unlock everything like in your playthrough?
No, the only Lego game that I think I unlocked everything was Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hell yeah.
I played the crap out of that one. But not the Star Wars one. I didn't play through all the way.
Yeah, me neither. I got close, but I think there's like one or two characters or ships or something that I was missing. I still plan to go back one day.
Realize your save file is gone and then cry.
I would be devastated. I really would. I still have my Wii, so I think we're okay unless it's dead. But you know,
speaking
that's
of
a problem for another day.
Speaking of save files and tragic stories, why don't you tell us the story of Knights of the Old Republic, Elijah? Or the Old Republic, whichever one it was.
Yeah. Well, so I made it all the way to the final boss fight. I knew it was the end of the game. I was loading in to go fight. It's Malik, right? Revan's apprentice. Yeah. You go in to fight Malik, and about 75% roughly in the loading screen, it froze. And I sat there for like an hour, and I finally quit and restarted the game. it started loading in again. Same thing, about 75% it froze, and I have never been able to go back to beat the game.
You poor man.
That's traumatizing.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
I want to experience the end of that game so badly, but I literally just can't. Like, I could go play through the game again, but I'll never, like, make all the same choices I did the first time. You know, it's not like a Force Unleashed where it's pretty much the same every time. I just, like, I don't know, emotionally I just cannot go back.
Yeah.
After that devastation, you know full well you're not making those same choices.
Yeah.
You're not the same man you were.
No, definitely not. I think I was like, I want to say, I was like 12 when I first played it, but then when that was at a friend's house, just casually, like, running around the first city, and then I was probably like 15, I want to say, when I did an official playthrough, so, 10 years ago, definitely have changed a lot.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. I'm a lot hairier now.
That's it. That's the only difference.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot hairier, and you can drive. That's it.
My father maybe wasn't the most responsible and let me drive at the age of 12.
Mine did too.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I mean, just out there in the country, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, who's
Like,
around?
as long as you can see over it. And he was right there. Like, it's not like, it's not like he was just like, oh, hey, run to town and get this for me. Like,
Right.
no, we were, he was right there, and
Yes.
like, we were being safe. But
For sure.
yeah.
Well, for my number 2, I have The Force Unleashed. Had to be on here somewhere. Absolutely amazing game. The combat is so good. It's all about that, like, Force power fantasy of, like, shooting lightning out at 10 guys and killing them all.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was telling you guys
Classic.
off stream, or maybe it was Tucker, you and I on stream. I can't remember. But I recently just played through the game again, and, like, one of my favorite things, and it's a little twisted, but, like, you could kill a stormtrooper pretty quickly with Force lightning, but I would just, like, hold it on him until I ran out of force.
Yeah, so we all do sick things in games. It's totally true.
I had to, you gotta teach him a lesson. How dare you work for the Empire? They're the bad guys,
That's right.
don't you know?
And I'm the good guy.
I am morally right here as I'm torturing them. Yeah, just another game with a really, really good story. The customization is really cool. Some of the coolest skins in any Star Wars game, like the Sith Stalker skin was awesome. The Maul Killer skin was really cool. There's a lot of great, like, Jedi and Sith robes. A ton of customization.
You can play as Plo Koon.
You can
be
play
evil
as
Plo
Plo
Koon.
Koon. Mm-hmm. This, I think, was the first time we got to see the, like, unstable kyber crystals, which is the ones that Kylo Ren uses in the sequel trilogy. I think this might have been the first time we got to see a black kyber crystal, potentially. So just a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, you get to rip a Star Destroyer out of the sky.
That is true. You gotta kill a ton of Rancors.
Yep, that's true.
And
then a guy who looks exactly like Sindralig, but has a blue lightsaber and has a different name. He follows you around, and he's blind.
You get to kill Shaak Ti for, like, the 4th time.
Yep, but also, I love Shaak Ti so much, that made me sad.
Yeah. That one was tough.
Don't lie, you liked it. You liked killing her.
Only a couple of the playthroughs. But no, and I love Starkiller. I think he's an amazing character, and I really do hope. I mean, they'd have to change it a lot, but I really do hope they bring him to canon at some point.
Yeah, well, like he made both your Jedi and Sith top 5 lists, right? Or wait, he was an honorable mention on one of them.
Yes, I think he might have been an honorable mention on both. Because I mean, he's so cool, and like in his original story, like he starts the rebellion, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, oh, and the alternate endings where like if you like the bad endings where like you go hunt Luke, Leia, and Obi-Wan, and
the DLC, yeah.
Yeah. Or like the one where it's the Battle of Endor and you like pull Chewie out of the AT-ST and use him as a shield to block Han Solo's blaster shots or blaster bolts.
Yeah.
It's so savage. Yeah. It's cruel, and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, or does Force Unleashed 2 on there for you as well? Like, are you talking about Force Unleashed the whole series, or just the first one is your number 2?
I would say the whole series. I look at Force Unleashed 2 more like a glorified DLC.
Yeah, I think that's pretty true.
It's like the Spider-Man Miles Morales or the Subnautica Below Zero. Like, it's good, but it's just nowhere near as in-depth as or long as the first game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Well, are we ready to move on to our number ones?
I've got some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Oh, what you got for us, Tech?
Ooh.
So, honorable mentions, just real quick. Force Unleashed games, both of them. And then the Lego Star Wars games. But specifically, my favorite Lego Star Wars game has been the Skywalker Saga.
Interesting. Okay.
That just came out that you play through all 9 movies.
Yeah.
And like they completely changed a lot of things. Like if you play as a blaster character, they have a cover system.
Nice.
So
okay.
like kind of almost has like a tactical shooter vibe, but it's also Lego.
Yeah.
It's like really weird. And then like, you know, there's just you can fly to different planets, for instance, and it's just so open world. There's just so much to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a great game. I really, really enjoyed it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's honorable mention.
Yeah. I think for me it would just be the Knights of the Old Republic games. They're all great. The Battlefield games, again, I'm sorry. All of them are great. Star Wars Pod
He'd even
Racing.
say the name right.
I know. He's a liar.
He's
a liar.
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I'm a little not all here, but you know what? That's okay. But yeah, Star Wars Pod Racing too. That's another one. Mac would be furious at us if we didn't bring up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I only played it like once or twice with Mac as like a little kid. So like I didn't even really think about it, to be honest with you, because I don't really remember it.
No, that's valid.
I mean, I remember like Mac's room and firing up I think it was on Nintendo 64, but like that's about it. That's pretty much all I remember from that game.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure that game came free on my PlayStation 4 because I got the Star Wars bundle.
Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah. All right, Josh, any honorable mentions?
I have 2. So my first honorable mention is a PSP game that I used to play. Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have ever played this game.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about
it was like a random find I found at GameStop because I was looking for like a game to play. And I saw like, oh, Battlefront, like Renegade Squadron. Like, I've never heard of this. And it's literally like, it's like a smaller version of Star Wars Battlefront.
Really?
For the PSP. Like a handheld Star Wars Battlefront.
Is it like the same mechanics pretty much?
It's the same general mechanics, yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of hard to play because, it's on a PSP, and
Yeah.
the PSP is kind of iffy.
Yeah, right.
But,
right.
like, overall, it was really fun.
Dude, that's awesome.
And honorable mention number 2, Star Wars Demolition.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no.
Hell yeah.
No.
The greatest
no.
game. Me and my brothers used to play that against each other all the time. And I don't think I ever knew 100% what was going on.
Dude, we
And
were
I thought
adults.
it
I
was
still
because
didn't know.
I thought it was because I was like 6 years old. And when me and Tuck played it recently, I just still had no idea what was going on. It just doesn't make sense.
Oh, yeah, we tried to play it. Like, seriously, I think we gave it 20 minutes.
Nice.
And then we were like, yeah, these 20 minutes were out of
Tucker just-
respect. Nope.
He took a sip of his beer and he was just like, yeah, I'm about done with this one, Chief.
That, valid.
Like, nope. No point in wasting our lives on this one.
Like, you know what? That's fair.
All right. T-Nell, number 1. What you got?
The original Battlefronts, both of them.
Hell
But
yeah.
especially Battlefront 2. Like we were talking about earlier, I have just never seen another game from that era that holds up that well.
Yeah.
I mean, it is insane just how replayable it is,
Mm-hmm.
even right now, 20 years later. And also, like, yeah, I mean, if you look back, the graphics are 20 years old, but, like, they're mind-blowing when you compare it to other games of the same era. Like, it's a wonderful game, Battlefront 2. And then Battlefront 1, it's obviously a little bit more blocky, but I also just love the, what's it called? Like, the loading screen sound, and then also, like we're talking about, Bespin platforms and Kashyyyk docks. Like, honestly, I'm a little bit sad that whenever they did an update to Battlefront 2 a few years ago and they added in Kit Fisto and Asajj Ventress and those 2 new maps, I'm a little sad that they never added Bespin platforms.
Yeah.
I really wish that they would have done that.
Mhm.
Or put Bespin platforms in the new one.
Yeah.
But they're afraid to do it. I think that's what it is.
Cowards,
They're just-
They're
honestly.
definitely scared.
They just don't want us out here balling on people, in Bespin platforms. That's what it is.
It is-
The man's trying to pull us down.
Yeah, how dare they?
How dare they? No, but for real, like those games are they are my favorite Star Wars game, for sure. Both
Yeah.
of them.
A fantastic
I can play
pick,
them
honestly.
anytime, anywhere, any age. I really think if I can still play video games at 80, like I would play them then.
Hell yeah.
I love them that much.
Yeah.
We'll have Tucker in the nursing home. We'll have the Battlefront set up on the TV.
Mr. Nelson, you're going to have to let the other people play. No! Don't you take me away from my game!
When they beat me on Camino, they can have it.
1v1 on Camino, pistols only! And then I'm cheating. I'm like pulling out like a sniper rifle and just like capping them.
Who said pistols only? Not me.
I didn't say nothing. You're gonna have to make me give up this game.
Yeah. For sure.
They'll just have to
They'll have to
trank
pull
me
your
or
plug.
something. Yeah, just pull the plug. They're like, okay, this guy's done. All right, call his family. We're pulling the plug. Oh,
Hell yeah.
but that's my number 1.
A good pick.
Well, I guess it's my turn for number 1, huh?
It
Yes,
is.
sirree, Bob.
As the same exact game, Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Hell
Hey,
The greatest Star Wars game ever made. I don't care what anyone else says. Elijah, I know you have a different game. Somehow it's not even on the top 5, but you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
I don't know what you're
And-
talking about.
Yeah, I mean, like, me and Josh straight up have Star Wars Battlefront 2 night where we'll just buy a pizza and some beers and just play Battlefront 2 for, like, hours. Like,
Hell yeah.
6-7 hours.
Hell yeah.
It's damaging to our livers and both of our marriages, but we do it.
Hey, man, we all have our vices, and that's our vice right there, baby.
Hell yeah.
Conquering the galaxy is our vice.
But for me, I think a underrated aspect of Battlefront 2 is just like the profile system in it, where like you could play quick play, you could play campaign, you could play whatever, and your KD and like the trophies and awards you get all go towards your profile. And eventually, like, for example, if in-game you get, what is it, like 10 kills with the rifle, you get Frenzy, which gives you a better rifle.
Yeah. Yeah,
If
but you only
you
get it
play-
for one life.
Yeah, you only get it for one life, though.
Yeah.
But if you play the game enough that you get enough Frenzies to level up your profile to Elite in Frenzy, you just spawn with that rifle.
Yeah. Yeah, and then also
And,
the
like-
ranking system's cool.
Yep.
Like,
You
it's
go from beginner to a captain, then like lieutenant, then there's like general and all that.
Mhm.
And there's, after each match, it has your total KD from the entire time you've played the game, which like now doesn't really sound that impressive because Call of Duty, it shows that all the time. But for 2005, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, well, and honestly, if I could find my old PS2 memory card, I guarantee it would still have all of the information on there from when I played like 20 years
Your
ago.
0.3 KD.
Yeah. My KD from when my brothers would just hand me an unhooked in controller and just have me play with them. Yeah. Cuz mom made them. Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, I wake up every morning just hoping to see the release of Star Wars Battlefront 2 Remastered or Star Wars Battlefront 3.
Yeah.
Dude, if
One
they
day.
ever did that, like I really will cry. Like there's going to be just a few days in my life that I just sob like a baby, and it's going to be like, you know, my wedding day, I cried pretty hard. When our first child's born, I'll cry pretty hard, and then when Battlefront Remastered comes out, I'm going to cry really hard.
This is the way. This is the way. You have your priorities, and I love that.
That's right. Hey, I said marriage and baby first.
Exactly.
You just won't cry as hard with those.
I didn't say that. I'll cry equally as hard.
It could be in any order. It's just the order that he said it in.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just fantastic games. I like some of my favorite memories have just been like jumping on Battlefront 2, going to Tatooine, and doing the hero versus mode.
Oh yeah.
Just running
Yeah,
around
that's a
with
good
all
time.
the Jedi and Sith and Boba Fett, and it's amazing.
Yep.
Apparently, it's not a top 5 memory, though.
That is true. Yeah, apparently it's not that important to you.
Yeah,
but-
I
Or else you
know.
wouldn't have betrayed us and
Doo-doo
all Star
game,
Wars fans
hot
everywhere.
garbage, hot dog water.
You could have just appeased us and gave it like a 5.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean,
You could have.
there's so many great Star Wars games. Like Knights of the Old Republic, some of my favorite games of all time. Didn't make top 5, just because there's so many good Star Wars games. And
Oh
There
yeah.
is.
part of the reason I didn't put it on is I was like, I want to bring some variety, and I know that I knew for sure Tuck was going to have it, and I had a suspicion you would have it on there. I do love that it's both your number ones, though.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? You saying that, you don't hurt my feelings as much, Elijah. I feel less betrayed now
Oh,
because
good.
of your speech.
Good. And we're just going to pretend like I didn't call it hot dog water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, what's with that?
I won't hold that grudge for long.
And it's just a little funny. It's just a little goofy goof. Just a little jokey joke for the boys.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's
it's not like I'll hold it as such a grudge that like I won't visit you at Christmas time, for instance.
Yes.
Like I would never do that.
I would. That is the day I would cry. My wedding,
I'm just
my children, Battlefront remastered, and when Tuck doesn't come visit me. Those are my 4.
Hey man, that's fair. That's fair.
Well, anything left on your number 1 before I move on to my betrayal?
I don't think so. I think Tuck covered most of it.
Great. Well, for me, I have Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order, or technically Fallen Order and Survivor. I love these games.
I completely
so much.
forgive you. Those are awesome. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Tucker.
I do completely forgive you now. Just because those are your number 1s. Those are worth it. Those are fair.
Like, again, we did episodes on them. You guys can go listen to them, so I won't go on too long. But, like, again, the customization is just amazing, especially in the second game. And you guys know me. I'm an Ahsoka fanboy, so to be able to have dual-bladed white lightsabers, just amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
But the story is just really where, like, the customization, the combat, the graphics, well, it was a little rough at launch, but, all these things are amazing, but the story is really where these games excel. Like, both of them have a really unique story, and yet they connect to each other fantastically. Like, the fact that, actually, I won't go into spoilers just because Josh hasn't played it, but so good. I genuinely cried multiple moments during the second game just because it was so powerful, and not a lot of Star Wars projects can do that for me.
Yeah.
So definitely worth a playthrough if you guys haven't had a chance to yet. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Is this directed towards me?
It could be.
Maybe.
It could be anyone
Maybe.
on this podcast who hasn't played it yet. So.
Yep.
Suspicious.
Yeah, I'm not throwing names out there. Just people who haven't played it on this podcast right now.
Yeah. Also, their usernames are, related to avian creatures. That's all.
I see.
But not geese.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they're also not low tech either.
Now, not for nothing, but I feel like that narrows it down to me.
We didn't say that. You
Could
said
be.
that.
There's so many
maybe
people on the
I'm
podcast
just
right
projecting.
now. Could be anybody.
You're right.
Well, Josh, why don't you tell everyone where they can find you?
You can find me on YouTube at TheSuitedBird. That is TheSuitedBird, like a penguin. And then you can find me on Twitter or X or whatever they call it now on _suited_bird. And yeah, that's the main places to find me.
Hell yeah! And what kind of content do you make on your YouTube channel?
Well, that's a loaded question because it's really anything and everything. But right now I've been focusing on like gaming type content. I have a big project coming up that hopefully will be out within 2 weeks if I get my butt off the ground, But yeah, it's variety, but it's mostly gaming related content.
Hell yeah. As somebody who's actually watched your channel, definitely worth a watch. Josh makes really good videos.
Thank you. I try.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to be a part of this conversation, you can email us at animalsquadron@gmail.com. Again, that is animalsquadron@gmail.com. If you're listening on Spotify, the question of the week will be what your favorite Star Wars video games are. And if you're listening somewhere where you can leave a review, we'd love to hear from you guys, know what your thoughts are. And once again, thank you for listening. And for the Animal Squadron, this has been MotherGoose.
Lowtech Tuck.
And the Suited Bird.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Adios.
Toodles.